Oh yeah, perfect. Hello, my friends. How are we doing? Good evening. I hope you are all well. Hello. Turn that down so I don't sound like a bell end. Hello, my lovely, lovely friends. How are we all doing? It's been a long time since you've seen my handsome face, I'm pretty sure. Now, by the way, my friends, there is a reason as to why I don't do my videos like this anymore. I have started typing them out before I do my videos, as opposed to me sitting here like a cocksucker and just reeling off videos from the top of my head and pre-doing them. It improves the quality and shit like that, I assume, even though my viewership's down since I started doing it, but nevertheless, I do believe it improves the quality. Shut up, Budgie, for break your neck. So yeah, that's the reason why you don't get to see my handsome, lovely face any longer. And yes, I am a few sheets to the wind. So, there we have it. And I can see me chat on the telly, so I'm not blind as a bat, so I can answer questions and talk to you guys like a normal human being. Well, as normal as I can possibly be anyway. So, how are our weekends going thus far? Has anyone been arrested? Has anyone been called a racist, a transphobe, an Islamophobe even? Please do let me know and we shall have a quick chat about it. But before we do, I want to express my dismay of how I have spent my day thus far. Now, as I stipulated in my community tab, I've got the house to myself. No kids, no missus. Fantastic. When the cat's away, the mice come out to play. So I decided, in my stupid naivety, to save up a bit of money. Get myself some booze in, watch a couple of movies, few tunes, that kind of a thing, like you usually do when you've got a house to yourself, especially when you're my age. You don't get to go out much, you don't have many friends, so yeah, you met the best of a bad situation. I decided to take myself down to my local boozer, and what a catastrophe that turned out to be. Saved myself up £100. £100 just to tide me over with beer, games, that kind of a thing. As you all know, my friends, I am quite the introvert. I don't have many friends. I don't get to go out very often. It's like to earn some pennies, that kind of a thing. So yeah, introvert, I don't know what you call myself. Fucked in the head, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I walked down to my local, which is about a 15-minute walk. Get me settled in there. I thought, right, I'll go out at the lunchtime, mid-afternoon time. It'll be quite quiet, that kind of a thing. Got myself in there, rowdy as fuck. Young men in there, pissed up out of their faces, shouting, screaming, swearing. I didn't like it, I've got to admit. I ordered myself a Guinness, sat there for 10 minutes, and I went straight back home. That's the way I have become now, guys. I don't like being around other people. I don't like being outside of my comfort zone. Some people say I'm a bit weird for being like this. It must have been about 15 years ago, probably the birth of my first child. Pre that, I was fine. Going out with friends, getting drunk, trying to cop off with birds, that kind of a thing. But something clicked. Something changed in my psyche that made me dislike other people, made me socially awkward. Don't know what it was, but it's still there in its droves. 15-minute walk for nothing. Straight back down and straight back up again. I'm nice and safe and calm and happy inside my own four walls. Is anybody else like that? I have no idea. Sorry to draw on, guys, but yeah, thought I'd get that out of the way. Oh, let's see what people are saying. I'm lucky I'm out in the sticks, no lefties, etc. Yeah, same here, my friend. I'm out in the sticks, but it's still there. I don't like people. Apart from you guys, obviously. I can't be doing with rowdiness, unpredictability. I don't know what's going to come around the corner. I don't know if some little shit's going to come at me with a knife, or some pisshead's going to smash me over the head with a bottle. It just all goes on inside my fucking head, and yeah, it just drives me away. Never used to be like that, but that's the way it is now. Love the privacy out of the bum loose. Yes, exactly. I love the privacy, the alone time, the me time. I am at my happiest when I'm sat here. It's not really a way to live a life, especially if you're outgoing, you know, you like seeing friends, going out for movies, meals and socialising. That's just not me anymore. My missus knows it, my mates know it, well, what mates I've got left that is, but nevertheless, that's the way it goes. And I'll tell you another thing, guys. My impulsivity just goes into overdrive. Whenever I know I've got some free time and some free money in the bank, which doesn't happen very often, I go into overdrive. I plan things and do things that I shouldn't be doing. Prime example, a few years ago, I made arrangements to go and see a good friend of mine from my hometown. Again, I don't like leaving the house, but at the time, I was pissed up, I was talking to him, and I arranged myself to go up there for a week. And I hated every minute of it. The morning I was supposed to go on the train, I was all over the place. Couldn't fucking deal with it. Didn't want to go, but what could you do? You can't let someone down. I bought these things. £14 in the UK, if there's any American viewers in the chat at the minute. £14 for a pack of cigarettes. I've not smoked in over 10 years. I've been on an e-cig all that time. I had this stupid notion in my head. Well, I'm going to the pub on my own, read the newspaper, have a couple of pints, let's have a couple of cigarettes. 14 quid. Tastes like arse. I've had 2 out of them. What a waste of fucking money. That's my day, my friends. Yep, 14 quid. The tax on cigarettes now is sky high. I think it's close to £50 for a pouch of tobacco now in the UK. They think it somehow will stop people from smoking. But what they don't realise is it just opens the gates to the black market. Counterfeit cigarettes, people smuggling in cigarettes and tobacco is on a massive uphill thing. Everybody's doing it now. It's huge, the black market for tobacco and cigarettes. Can you blame it? It won't stop people smoking. People want to smoke, they will fucking smoke. It doesn't matter how much the government wants you to pay, someone will find other means. It was like in the United States back in the early 19th century, 20th century, whatever it was, when they had probation. People knew about speakeasies, people knew about illegal alcohol, and people went there to get pissed because that's what they want to do. We are human beings. We like our vices, we like our booze, we like our tobacco, we like nicotine, and no matter how much fucking differing the government does, you cannot stop it. Pornography, another one. Gambling, it's there, it's a vice. God put these things on the earth to keep us sane. At least that's my opinion anyway. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Stop chuntering on and ignoring what you're saying. £4.50 a pack. I'm assuming that's dollars. Sonia Swan. $4.50 a pack. The shops would be rammed here, believe me. I saw someone earlier when I was out and about, which again is very rare. Some guy stood outside the pub, scratching inside an ashtray. No, he wasn't homeless. This guy looked well dressed. He looked clean. Looked like he smelt nice, not like of arse or other groinal areas. He was digging in an ashtray, rolling up dog ends. Probably couldn't afford it. Probably could be on PIP or some kind of other benefit. And that's what it's drawn us to. Like I say, everyone likes their own vices. As long as you're not going out and shooting up heroin or taking hard drugs, I don't see a problem. If you want to go out and get pissed, you go out and get pissed. It will shorten your life, but it's your fucking decision at the end of the day. Yep, same here, Martin. I've been vaping, like I say, for over 10 years and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. I spend 30 quid a month on 4 bottles of vape juice. That's fine. If I was smoking, I'd be spending close to £1,000 a month on tobacco. Spending a couple of quid for 20 smokes. Exactly, it's the duty, it's the tax, it's always the tax. The government seems to think that the more you raise the prices, the more people will stop doing that fucking thing. It won't. It invites crime. It invites smuggling. Thick as fucking pig shit. Oh, my friends, I've actually got a question for you. I was meant to put this in my video earlier about this Ricky Jones bullshit getting let off scot-free. I want to know your opinion in the chat. What do you think is going to happen with the Manchester Airport Muslim lads? You know, them ones that punched the old Bill and broke a copper's nose? Let me know in the chat what you think is going to happen with those two lads. So obvious, it's so obvious. The fucking excuses are already being dished out. I didn't know they were police officers. I thought my life was in danger. Bollocks. Nothing, exactly. Nothing is going to happen. When we were young, I know the demographic of my viewers, we're all about the same age here. When we were young, even attempting to hit the old Bill was fucking sacrilege. You wouldn't even think it for a moment. Now, it seems like a fucking pastime. It's like a hobby for people. Oh yeah, break a copper's nose. It's alright, your brown skin. Doesn't matter. Where are we going as a fucking nation? As a society, we are crumbling, my friends. It is unbelievable. I'm thinking moving to America. BJ, which is a bit of a choice name. No, I'm not. If I was going to move anywhere, it'd either be Poland or Hungary. I've seen their statistics on immigration. Their borders are tighter than a nun's minge. So yeah, they'll be the two places I would rather be, to be honest with you. America, I'm terrified of getting shot in the head by some fucking weirdo. I know Maine in New England is supposed to be the best state for low crime rate. If I was going to go to America, it would be in Maine, somewhere in New England. Somewhere nice and safe where I can settle down quietly. Always walk away scot-free. Yeah, it seems so, unless your political persuasion is like you and me. If we're on the right side of political persuasion, we're going to get locked up with all the cockroaches for about 50 years. Whereas people like Ricky Jones, who is on the other side of the persuasion, and a certain type of fucking skin colour, nah, it's fine. Incitement to murder, no problem. Cyprus. Cyprus is a lovely place. There's a lot of military bases over in Cyprus, isn't there? As I assume, anyway. Old mate of mine used to be in the armed forces, and he was always in Cyprus doing training exercises and stuff like that. So yeah, if we've got squaddies over there and there's no boat people, yeah, I'll give it a good think, to be quite honest with you. Nice bit of sun. Good evening, Steady Eddie. Welcome to the chat. Good evening, everybody else who I've missed. My eyes are shot to shit, so I do apologise. Can't beat a rant in a vest. Big love from Warrington. Yeah. You see what it is, guys? When I go out to work, I'm in uniform. I'm huddled up. And when I get in from work, I want to get that shit off and let my skin breathe. Hence why I'm always in a vest. I get fucking so many comments about the vests. I look like Bernard Manning and that other comedian that used to wear a vest, a string vest. I don't care. I'm comfortable. I'm cool. It's hotter than a... I don't know, I can't think of an analogy here. It's warm out there, so I'm not going to sit here in a three-piece suit, sweating my tits off, simply to satisfy someone's bourgeois standards. Here's another thing, guys, right? Movies. I know I'm flitting from fucking conversation to conversation here. Movies. Modern day movies. Let me give you a small example here. Me and the missus, massive fans of the 28 years, 28 days, 28 weeks later movies. Loved the first two films, even the one with Robert Carlyle. A lot of people didn't like it, but we enjoyed it. So when we heard that 28 years later was coming out, we were amped. We were like excited to go and see it. Waited for it to come on Pirate Bay last weekend, downloaded it, watched it, and as the same with most other fucking modern movies, I was left unsatisfied, I suppose you could say. Modern day movies play it so safe, so, I don't know, sanitized, I suppose you could call it. Spoilers, by the way, if no one's ever seen it, please do put your fingers in your ears. For the people out there who've seen 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, you'll see that these zombies are infected by a rage virus, right? They'll come at you, no fucking matter what. It doesn't matter if you're starving, or if you've got legs broken, they will come at you. In this movie, they're kind of like some kind of feral animals. Some of them were fat and crawling on the floor. There was no rage. There was no real violence in this fucking film. And that's what you expected from a 28 Days Later type of film. So sanitized, so careful, so, oh, we can't do this because of this, or we can't do that because of that. I am sick of modern day movies. That's why I sit most of the time and watch movies from a bygone era. I like War of the Worlds, 1951 War of the Worlds, as opposed to the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds. I like the Time Machine, as opposed to the Samantha Mumba in 2005. I like the 1963 Time Machine, because it's wholesome. It tells a story. It doesn't matter about ticking boxes and talking bollocks simply to please some pink-haired liberal in Hollywood. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get the same, my friends? Any of you guys seen it 28 years later? What did you think about it? Just watched it yesterday. Marcel, what did you think about it? I feel like I'm going on far too much. I'm whinging and moaning like a fucking old hag. But that's just the way it goes. And the other one as well. Massive fan of the Alien universe. Not Alien, Sigourney Weaver, that kind of thing. Even like the third one. Wasn't very nice. People didn't like it. I understand that. It's all about opinions. But Alien Romulus, I was so looking forward to that fucking movie. I've got figures, I've got posters, I've got all sorts of shit to do with aliens. I was like, yes, this is right for me. And then I was still unfulfilled. Again, spoilers again. In that movie, you had youngsters batting away facehuggers with baseball bats. Now let me tell you guys, when a facehugger jumps for your face, you are fucked. There's no swatting it away like it's a fucking mosquito. It was ridiculous. In the ending of the film, the zero gravity killing the fucking aliens like they're fucking some sort of weaklings pissed me off. And I spent a fortune going there. I got my missus a meal, I got her some drinks. I must have cost about £80 to go to the cinema. No wonder I used Pirate Bay. No wonder piracy is on the fucking rise yet again. It really does do my head in. Time Machine is a sci-fi classic, it is indeed. Not the 2005 one though, with the Samantha Mumba. That was horrific. That was terrible. I've never seen a worse remake. Even War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise in was better than that shower of shite. Movies are what crap now. Yes, they are indeed, KB. That's why I don't bother with them. Hence why I still bother with piracy. Groomed by Hollywood. I've heard so many stories about Hollywood, my friends. I'm pretty sure you have as well, about interference with children and certain red shoes. I'm going down a bit of a rabbit hole here. I've heard that child sacrifices and elitists and stuff like that. I don't want to get too deep into all this just in case I get cut off from YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. You must have seen these videos as well. I've heard of children's skin being used for things and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Chris Smith, Get Carter remake. Is that the one with Sly Stallone? I've had my eye on that. Is it shit? I'm usually quite a fan of Sly Stallone movies. I saw the Gotti movie with John Travolta in. My God, that was appalling. I like John Travolta as well. Well, in Grease he was alright. In, what was the other one? Punisher, who was a good villain. But as Gotti, I just don't see it. John Gotti had a distinctive look, and John Travolta with his little ass chin doesn't have it. Nonces are everywhere, yes, they certainly are, and they still keep coming in, my friend. Every single day, they keep coming in. It was true, because it's rude. Someone suggested to me in my comments that I should remain gentlemanly. So yeah, out with the chewing gum. I've got my cane and top hat just down there. Always a gentleman. That's the one. Yeah. There's one good thing, by the way, my friends. I know a lot of you don't give a shit about my gaming talk. All my gaming videos on my channel do absolutely shit. I earn about 50p off every single gaming video I get. Oh, I do want to say one thing to you. Not staying in the pub this afternoon has had one little silver lining. There's a game coming out called Black Myth Wukong, coming to the Xbox finally. It was a PlayStation exclusive originally, which we were lied to about, but yeah, that's what it was for a year, and we're finally getting it there. £55 for a fucking game. Borderlands 4, £70 for a pre-order. We're talking a video game here, guys. 70 quid. I stupidly bought Black Myth Wukong on pre-order. 55 quid. I must be absolutely bonkers. I'll probably get Borderlands 4 as well. £70. My missus must be fucking seething when she sees the bank balance when she gets back. Honest to God. Either waste money drinking it or waste money playing it. One of the two. Chilwinton, my favourite movie scene is in The Deer Hunter when De Niro and Walken are doing Russian roulette. I've not seen it, my friend. I do apologise. No idea what you're talking about there. Man for All Seasons, great film. Not seen it. I've been trying that Battlefield 6. Oh my God, Battlefield. No, no, no. It's all the same recycled shit again. Call of Duty. First two Call of Duties were fantastic. Loved them. They were revolutionary. Now, every single year, the same Call of Duty, same with FIFA. It's the same bullshit with tiny little caveats added to it. And knobheads, such as me and everybody else out there, continue to pay for it. There is a reason why independent game developers are on the rise. It's cheaper, the stories are better, the gameplay is better, it's not recycled bullshit, there's no wokery in there, there's no body type A and body type B when you are making a character. It's male and female. Gaming industry is shot to shit, my friends. Anyway, shut up about games because I'm going to drive people away from my stream. You must watch a Deer Hunter. Why? Let me give it a quick Google. Let's have a goosey. Who's in it? What's it about? The Deer Hunter. Let's have a goosey. 1968. Robert De Niro. Lifelong friends from a working class Pennsylvania steel town. Prepared to ship out overseas following Stephen's elaborate wedding and one final group hunting trip. Vietnam. It's a bit like Platoon then, is it? I know Platoon and Full Metal Jacket. Good Vietnam movies. I'm assuming this is more or less the same. 8.1 in IMDb. 1979, so it's not modern. Yeah, I'll give it a go, guys. Thanks for the recommendation. I've got 2 days away from myself, so I've got plenty of time. I'll let you know in my community tab if I like it or not. Cheers. Battlefield 6 is looking pretty good. I think they might have got it right this time. I don't know. I've seen some right-wing gaming reviewers that say it's just more or less the same, but I'm not a like I say, I don't really know about these sort of games. I don't like them. Love the Fly. Which one, Lynn? 1950s Fly or the 1980s Fly with Jeff Goldblum? And the fuck do you say his name? Goblin? I don't know. That was a good movie. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. And only moves. No, I can't see it, but you can see me. Soldiers, classic Vietnam movie. Yeah, Michael, I will give it a go. I promise you, I'll probably give it a go even tonight or tomorrow. I've got a movie earmarked for tonight for myself called The Chronicle. I think it's called, about 3 teenagers who find a crater in the floor and they find some kind of kryptonite crystal and they get superpowers. That looks really good. That looks really up my alley, so I'm going to give that a go tonight. Killing Fields, great movie, KB. Seen that. Bridge Over the River Kwai. I'm not quite sure how many people have seen that. That's 50s. That's really going out. That's a great movie as well. Thin Red Line. Yep, great movie. Seen that. Oh, what's the other one? They made a big deal out of it. It was the Iraq War movie, or Afghanistan. Hurt Locker. Because it was done by a woman, it was all massively hyped. Did you remember that film? It was actually really good. I really did enjoy that film. It had, what do you call him? The guy with the bow and arrow. Hawkeye? It had him in it. It was actually really good. But they bumped it up simply because it was directed by a fucking woman. Do you see what I'm saying about Hollywood? It is insufferable, my friends. But like I say, on this rare occasion, that was actually a good film. I'm not going to deny it. Oh, True Romance, yeah. We're going along the Tarantino films here, yeah. Every single Tarantino movie I've loved. Apart from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That was a fucking slog. 3-hour film. I'd say about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I was falling to sleep until Charles Manson came into it at the end. I was bored stiff. And that's really, really rare for me, especially for a Tarantino movie. Inglourious Bastards, loved it. Django, loved it. Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, all the rest of them. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tarantino actually wrote the script for, what was it again? True Romance, was it? Yes, I think it was. He actually wrote the script for that, so yeah. Another good movie. Natural Born Killers, another good film. Jill Winston, Das Boot, yeah. My granddad showed me that. Fantastic movie. Fury, Brad Pitt. Yeah, I do like Brad Pitt. He's a great actor, especially in Fight Club. Really good, strong acting roles. Snatch, he was great at. Can you imagine hiring an American actor to play an Irish gypsy? Fucking hell. He must have practiced that accent and the way they spoke for weeks upon weeks. He did a fantastic job in Snatch. Even I have to put the subtitles on to this very day to understand what the fuck they're saying. We used to get them. I used to work in a cinema in Morecambe, which is just on the outskirts of Preston, Lancaster way. And we used to get pikeys. Oh, no, I can't say that. We used to get travellers coming in. You know, youngsters, curly hair, you know, the way they do, the same old stereotype. And they used to come in, right? Get their hand in a pick and mix, take a handful of it, and just waltz out without paying. And the management, right? The management at the time expected us, the kiosk staff, to go and chase after them. We're talking about Irish travellers here. Bare knuckle fucking boxing champions. And you expect me to go and get my fucking face lamped for some stolen pick and mix for minimum wage at that time was about £4 something an hour. Not a fucking chance. Every single member of staff, we're all youngsters, pre-20 years old. We said to the management, you go and do it. You're in charge of the finances for this building. You go and sort it out. No way on God's green earth am I going to face a fucking bunch of travellers simply for a couple of fucking penny chews. She's with pikeys for a while. Stop saying that, Chill Winston, you're going to get me into trouble. Accent, proper actor, yeah. Oh, is that right? He actually lived with some, did he? I wondered why he got it fucking down to a T. Downfall. Yes, Mons, yes, I do love Downfall. I'm not usually one for subtitled movies, but that was a great depiction of the final days of the Nazi regime. Fantastic movie. I'll go and recommend anybody who's interested in World War II, particularly on that side of things, to go and watch Downfall. Represents the final days of Hitler in his bunker as the Russians were climbing in on their... When was it? I can't even fucking remember now. Munich, Dresden, whatever the fuck it was. Good movie. Film called Solid Green. It's old but gold. Never heard of that. Paint it black and black. Das Boot, yeah, great movie. Just seen that. Seems to be going down a fucking movie rabbit hole here. Let's have a think. Obscure movies that you've probably never seen. Audition. That's a Korean movie. If you're not very good with gore and things getting inserted into people, I wouldn't recommend this, but that's a good movie. It's one of Tarantino's favourite movies. It's about some woman, in Korea obviously, who entices men into her apartment and then does sadistic things to them. Yeah, that was quite an eye-opener. Oh, another one. This one is a hard watch, my friends, called Megan is Missing. Oh my god. Do you know what, right? I've seen loads of films in my 42 years on this planet, but that film stuck with me. It still sticks with me to this very day. Let me give you the synopsis of this. Two young girls, early 2000s-ish, frequent a chat room. One of these girls gets befriended by someone called Josh. Now Josh is like a boat person, dinghy diver. He's a sexual predator. And this girl is about, what, 13, 14. And he grooms her, meets her. Yeah, you know what happens there. And the same thing happens to this girl called Megan. In the ending, my friends, oh my god, the fucking ending. I can see it now. I'm not going to spoil it for you in case you want to go and see this. I don't recommend it. It is a really hard watch. But the ending is one of the worst things you could possibly imagine. If you've got a strong stomach and a strong frame of mind, go and watch it. But if you don't, stay the fuck away from it. Travellers, blah blah blah. Any of you guys are watching the snooker, by the way? The Saudi Arabia Masters. The Saudi Arabia Masters, which Ronnie O'Sullivan, by the way, always turns up to. Do you want to know why? Because the tournaments over in Saudi Arabia pay fucking shitloads. But nonetheless, it's a good match. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9 frames. Neil Robertson, 9 frames. He's actually quite good. But yeah, Ronnie's one for, he likes his cash. He's my favourite snooker player, but nonetheless, it's always about money. Same with footballers. But then again, you get these people who whinge and moan about footballers earning like 4 million a week or something like that. But the fact of the matter is, this is the way I see it. If you were a footballer and some club or some chairman or someone owner was willing to pay you £4 million a week to go and play football, would you turn around and say, no, I'm not going to take that, it's morally wrong? Or would you fuck? You'd have to be insane to fucking refuse a wage such as that. That's what I don't understand. It's either jealousy or they're not looking at the bigger picture here. Footballers are talented. No matter how much they fucking roll around and try and get a free kick, they are talented. Football does entail skill. And if some fucking chinless wonder wants to pay you millions upon millions of pounds per week to play for their club, I say, have I? Wouldn't you? Russian movie, just watching your own accord is all I'll say. Russian movie. Marcel, do you mean Serbian movie? I've seen that, yeah, and I don't want to see it again. If that's what you're talking about, that is equally horrific to Megan is Missing. I'm not going to give you a synopsis on that because, yeah, my stream will get shut down. What are you talking about, Marcel? Come and see. Let's have a look. 1985. Screenplay written by some weird Russian names. Plot focuses on German occupation, Belarus, Syria during World War II, and the events as witnessed by a young Belarusian teenager named Floira, who joins the prison. What makes this so bad? Is it gory? Is it kiddie PDF file shit? I'm not quite sure. There's a massive plot here, guys, mate. I can't read through all that. Fancy a sing-song? How about Land of Hope and Glory? No, mums. I love you, mate, and I appreciate you joining the stream, but I am not singing on fucking stream. Not a chance. It'll get clipped, it'll be on fucking Twitter, and I'll get loads of lefties piling on me, thinking I'm some kind of fucking sexual offender for singing a patriotic song. Yeah. And plus I can't fucking sing anyway. Speaking of singing, about an hour before I came live, got my headphones on. I don't want to piss off the neighbours. This is a really nice area, really nice house. We're lucky to get this. I've explained this all to you. I don't want to piss off the neighbours with loud music. I decided to put my headphones on and, yeah, take a walk down memory lane. Born in the 83. I grew up with 80s music. But it's not the type of music you can sing along to. You can't sit in a room with the windows open and sing along to Donna Summer. It's a bit gay, and you know what I mean? I do enjoy 80s music, I really do. Donna Summer, Tiffany, Bananarama, but yeah, you've got to stay silent, you've got to listen. ABBA, for example. Can you imagine me sat here belting out Dancing Queen at the top of my lungs with windows open? I'll get eggs thrown at me fucking door. No, not a fucking chance. I'm telling you. What time are we on? 9:30. Right. I better shoot, my friends. No, fuck it. I can have one more drink with you. No, balls to it. I'll stay. Another 10-15 minutes. Alright, what are you guys saying? Come and see. Yeah. Marcel, where are you? No, you didn't answer me back. Gran Torino was a great. I do like Clint Eastwood. It's just a shame he's knocking on now, isn't he? I did a death pool. That's not a very nice thing to do. In a YouTube fucking group. No, Facebook group. I mean, we did a death poll between Clint Eastwood, William Shatner. I can't remember who the third person was. And Clint Eastwood came top of the fucking bill. I don't want him to die, of course I don't, but some of these people out there, fucking hell, they're knocking on, late 90s. I mean, they're doing really well. Great fucking lease of life. Spaghetti westerns, Good, the Bad, the Ugly, few dollars more, and a fistful of dollars. Fucking outstanding films. Tiny fucking budgets, hairstring budgets. And they have stood the test of time, my friends. Movies such as these, in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, people are still watching them now. Can you tell me, in all honesty, that in 50, 60 years' time, people are still going to be watching movies such as Avatar, or I don't know, the new Snow White with that weird Mexican woman playing Snow White. Snow White, by the way, was named because of her pale skin. Well, what do? They employ a fucking Hispanic actress. I mean, what the fucking hell's going on here? We're going to have a movie about Martin Luther King with Tom Hardy playing Martin Luther King. Absolutely ridiculous. Right. Give me 30 seconds, guys. I'm just going to fetch myself another beer. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. That's what I meant to say as well. Way back when, we're talking about the mid-90s here, right? About the third family holiday I had with my mum and dad when I was still an only child. About mid to late 90s anyway. Went to Mallorca, and this was the drink of choice. It's called hooch. For people who aren't born in the UK or from the UK, this is basically a mid-90s drink that was very, very popular at that time. And I found it in a local shop, so I thought, right, I'll get myself 4 of them, just see what all the fuss was about. So it's like an alcoholic lemonade. It's piss water. It's only, where are we? 3.6% alcohol, but I wanted to give it a try. My second family holiday, was to Cyprus. This was late 80s, I'd say. And my mum was drinking something called Diamond White, which is basically a clear cider, which pissheads in this country tend to drink. I was going to buy any of that because, get myself talked about. But I want to see what this tastes like. So yeah, hooch, 30 years, 1995 it came out according to the can. But oh, fucking hell, right. It tastes like cloudy lemonade. And you guys had a sweet cloudy lemonade. It tastes like that. Can't taste any booze in it, and that's dangerous. I know it's a bit girly drinking alcopops, especially as, I'm a 42-year-old man. But I like to try it, but it does taste really nice. But it's dangerous. About 8 of these, and before you know it, you're pissed up, particularly if you're not used to alcohol. But yeah, that's actually quite nice. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to call it here because I want to go and watch a movie. I'm starting to slur my words. So, I want to say thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, the 37 of you who have actually joined me. Love to you all. I really do appreciate all your comments, all your views, all the interactions that you give me on my community posts. You mean the world to me, you really do. And yeah, I appreciate you all. Thanks once again for joining me. And I'll see you in a bit. Enjoy your weekends. Carpe diem. And the fuck